I think it'd be funny if like every single character in The Walking Dead had to like pronounce or had to like explain what they used to do before the apocalypse.
Yeah, that was kind of like a part of one of the scenes. Like,
I know it's a part in the beginning,
but they had to.
But
sit
like,
down.
I just think it would be cool. Like, even in season 8, like every new character you meet, you're like, "Hey, what's up? My name is Jim. I used to be a janitor." Like, "Hey, what's up? My name is Tim. I used to be a pedophile."
Let's do this thing. Let's move.
JoBodie.
I'm Gerald Ford, and you're not.
Love Jesus Christ.
I love Wells.
I like skinny, scrawny guys.
Waking up every day and still being fucking ugly.
I'm not a child, Heidi. I'm a grown man.
But the key is to make it. The key is never give up. The key is not to drive your jet ski in the dark.
You don't need nobody.
JoBodie. Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up?
Dude, it's been like a week since I've seen you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Has it been a week?
Maybe.
What have I done this week? I don't remember.
Oh no, I came over on Monday.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm not going to that open mic. I just came over for like an hour.
Oh, that was Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been
like
4 days, dude. No, it hasn't been a week.
Well,
it feels like a week, dude.
You live so far from me.
Yeah. Every time I don't see you for one day, I'm like, I haven't seen Joseph in a year. Yeah. After
are we friends anymore?
Dude, yeah. Like you live on the town next over. It's kind of hard to go from living in a cabin at the start of a pandemic together to that.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to do that. You know, you're like, I have to drive to see you now.
Dude, we've lived in the same cabin. We've lived next door to each other in cabins.
Yeah, we have, dude.
We were in the same choir.
Separate cabins, same cabin.
Dude, how do you go from being in the same choir to living a town away from someone?
Dude,
I don't get it.
The fact that we were in the same choir and didn't even like consciously realize that while it was happening is hilarious to me.
And the fact that we have a podcast together now. Oh,
dude, big ups, bro. Dude. Yeah, dude, just Gary. Dude, Gary would be proud of us.
Gary,
honestly,
dude, Gary was creepy.
He'd be like, "Let me on." Dude, he was creepy, man. I feel bad
Gary
now for saying his
creeps,
name,
bro.
dude.
He gave me the ick, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, he wanted me to like join show choir one time, like the 1 year I even did anything with him, and then I was like, I'm not doing that, dude. I was like, the 3 dudes that are in show choir, I'm like, I'm good, man. I was like,
dude, I was jealous of dudes in show choir.
I was too, but then like just because of who, I'm not doing names, bro, but just because of who they were, I was like, I can't handle that kind of energy, dude.
They did have big energy.
Yeah, it was like I couldn't spit any game, dude. Well, that was just already as a fact.
Yeah.
But like if I was around those particular dudes, it would have been even worse, dude. It would have just been left and right. I tried to say hello to a woman and they would have been like, Brandon, you remember that time in 4th grade you peed yourself? I'd be like, all right, dude, thanks.
Dude, it's so sad. Our high school sucked at sports.
Yeah.
That like being in show choir and band was like the equivalent of being like a star football player at any other high school.
Yeah, it was like cool because they would win state stuff. Like we came close one time in football, but we never won a state championship.
We did come.
Right?
I remember one time going to William Bryce for something.
Yeah, but they lost.
They did lose.
I was like, yeah, y'all lost.
But I was like, I'm still gonna go.
Yeah.
It was the only football. I went to that football game and then the River Bluff game.
I tried to pretend like I wasn't kind of mad about that.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even go there anymore. I'm in college now. This doesn't matter to me at all.
I don't care.
I was like, I'm not sad about them getting destroyed. It was like 46 to like 6
Go
or something.
Wildcats.
Yeah. They got beat by 40 plus points.
Dang.
And it was bad.
In that game?
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh wait, I remember that actually.
Yeah, were you there? Did you go to that game?
I went to the game, yeah.
Oh yeah, me and Peter and Taylor were like there at the same time with Peter's parents. That was kind of fun. I third wheeled the shit out of that, dude. I third wheeled a couple and a family at the same time. That was fun.
Like, couple and a family.
Dude, yeah. I was trying to like just, I don't know, survive that moment. I was like watching my boys lose. Nobody I knew on the team. They were like all younger than me. And I'm just like, come on, McMichaels, dude. Like you can't even, I like just know the guy's name because of the announcers.
Dude, high school's funny because like who goes to a high school reunion? Like who really does go?
No, everybody at every TV show goes. I'll
Exactly.
tell you that. Those are the only people that actually go to high school reunions.
Also, how would they even know your address? How do they know these things? How do they send you updates?
That's why it's like a government database, dude.
What the heck?
How do they know where I live?
How do they know? How do they send us a letter? How do they text you? How do you? I just don't get
Get
the
to you.
biggest part of like high school reunions. I don't understand is how does your high school contact you to let you know what's happening? I just don't get it.
They hire like one freshman student who's a nerd just to stalk you, just to cyber stalk everybody in the class.
Yeah.
They pay him like nothing.
So some random 14-year-old like walks into the office, gets in trouble for like smoking weed in the bathroom. He's like, if you don't want me to call your parents.
You're gonna have to stalk everybody.
Listen, son, if you don't want me to call your parents, I need you to get in contact with every alumni from 2004 right now. Like what?
Dude, he just was like, all right, so dude, if you hired a kid to do that, all he would do is just go on one of those websites where you pay $5 to like get everybody's information, like private detectives do. And
he'd probably ask ChatGPT.
like the administration.
I had a coworker tell me not to put their name into ChatGPT.
And like, dude, your name is Steve. Like, you know how many people have put your name in this already, dude? Your name is Steve.
I could just type in ChatGPT,
Cool.
what is the most basic name ever? It'd be like Steve.
Or like John or something.
John.
I wonder if there's got to be like the most popular name in the world like has to be Chinese or Indian, right? Like
I think it's like Lee.
Yeah, Lee. Yeah.
I feel like I've known this. I feel like this is a random fun fact that I know.
It probably is.
Yeah,
I mean, that sounds
I'm
like
pretty sure it's Lee.
That's probably, dude, I bet you President Xi, I bet you his real name. Yeah, I bet you his real name is Lee. And he was just like, I got to be a little.
What if that's just how they pronounce their L's?
Spell?
You know, like in Spanish, like a H is a J.
It just says
a J. You know, like a J is a H.
Yeah.
What if L's is just G's, bro?
L's and G's, bro. Then they were like, we should make TVs with that.
Dude, screw these L's and G's. I'm all about the Q's, bro.
I'm all about the Q's, bro. And they're like, we don't have T's here in China. We don't do that.
Dude,
no, they got
L's
one now. Did you hear about that guy? There was like one. Or I don't know. But
they have one.
They got one.
China has one.
I think they have one. Well, I don't know if it was or like one that like made it to like adulthood, you know, like because he's like in a TV show. There's like a TV character who is T in China. Now the real question is it an actual T or is it like the actor is playing a T?
Dude, is his name T or Lee?
No, it's G, bro.
G.
He's a G, dude. Like he's the first one ever.
He's a G, bro.
No, I was just reading, but like it has to be Lee or it has to be I don't know Vikram or something like from India or I don't know. That's the only name I know because I had one friend that was Indian growing up named Vikram, and that's the only name I know now. Like I don't know colloquially like any other first names that are. I guess Mahatma Gandhi, right? Wasn't he Indian?
Oh wait, are you asking Indian names?
Yeah, because it's like they got about the same amount of people as China.
I feel like
over a Billy, dude,
like,
something like that.
What's that a movie called? Like Harold and Kumar. I feel like
those
those are
Kumar. Yeah,
those are. I think both of those. Well, Harold is probably not.
No, one's Korean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Kumar Korean?
Oh, yeah. Dude. Speaking of Koreans, I was like, no, for real though. No, for real. Speaking of Koreans, there's a scene in like one of the first episodes of The Walking Dead where like Daryl runs into to Glenn. And he was just like, you're pretty good for a Chinaman. Like for real, that was the line.
And he's like, I'm Korean.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm Korean. And I tried to rewatch like the first couple episodes of The Walking Dead because I saw a trailer for a movie coming out for it, and I was like, oh, maybe I just dip my toe in again.
Yeah.
And I just realized like The Walking Dead is like the epitome of white privilege, dude. Like think about it. Like
only white people survive.
Like rich white people. Like the first episode, like they had it was. And also the funny thing is too is that it's always just it's like either everybody's instantly dead from the zombies, or it's like these people are immediate badass zombie killers.
That's
you
true.
know. And so they were like, all right, let's
I'd be dead.
Yeah. They were like, we're going to give the dumb redneck like a crossbow with no bolts. And I was like, all right, cool. And they're like, we'll give the black guy a hammer.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. And they're like, the Korean guy who's a delivery driver, what's his weapon? And the show is just like, no, he doesn't have one.
He just
They
runs.
were like, he's good at making plans. They're like, he got him out of a building through like some
That's true.
strategy.
He just runs around. He's like Dude, he's still a delivery driver.
That's what I'm saying.
About that?
They were like, he was like, I know the best route out of this building. he was like, trust me, if I can get out of this building in 30 minutes,
I've
it's
delivered
for free.
so many. I've delivered so many spring rolls to this building. I got it.
We've got to take these.
Apartment G15. I know where to get. I know where to go.
We've got to take these explosives to the other side for our people, dude. I was just like that. And then the reason why I know it's a white privilege is because like the sheriff, Rick Grimes, like he wakes up almost dead in a hospital. Like he had been like in some accident or car accident or something before the like apocalypse broke out.
He got shot?
Yeah, he got shot or something on line of force.
I don't remember.
He's like a cop.
I think he got shot. I haven't seen the first episode of The Walking Dead.
This was like 2 weeks ago. I can't believe I don't remember.
He either
like,
got
what it
shot or I think he got shot. Let's just say he got shot.
But dude, the first like you see him get out of the hospital, and then literally like the way I imagined it to me, it was like he woke up from the hospital bed and like a butler walks in his room. He's like, "Good morning, sir. Welcome to the apocalypse. Here is your revolver, fully loaded, and a horse." And it's like this man has a horse and a fully loaded gun out the gate.
Yeah.
And then they gave the Korean guy like smarts. They were like, this guy's smart, and we know why. And we're like, dude, can you make this any more obvious? Like, this is about zombies, dude. I don't know why.
Dude, if I woke up in a hospital and it was like the apocalypse, I probably would just not leave the hospital.
Yeah, I'd be like, they got food here, medicine. Well, a shit ton of zombies in this case, too. Yeah, but like, I would have just stayed there, too, man. I think the cafeteria is pretty good in the apocalypse.
Dude, yeah, they have to have like, I don't know. I think I'd probably die within 5 minutes. I don't know. Like, I feel like I would if I would walk outside, I would have died. But also, like, I don't know, because like he's from the town. So if I grew up like,
it was like in downtown Atlanta. I feel like the hospital that he was stuck in.
No, he was in like a small town in
sorry.
Georgia.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he like rode. He got to Atlanta eventually.
I did not pay attention very well, bro.
Yeah,
I was literally just looking to like.
I mean, if I was if I woke up in a hospital in a small town, then I would go outside. But if I woke up in a hospital where we live now, I would stay in the hospital.
I would just make
because
like
I don't know what's out there. I would think to myself, there are 300,000 people in this city, and probably 99% of them are zombies now. That's way too much. But if it was like, if I lived in like Cameron, South Carolina, population 100, I'd be like, I could kill all of them.
And
like,
now it's population 1. Yeah, just you like, in a hospital.
I got this. Like, I got this. Like, I could kill 100 zombies real easily. Yeah. Like, all I would get is a bunch of syringes. I don't know. Like, I'd get like what is it called? A scalpel?
Yeah, dude, like they would, like if you were a character on The Walking Dead, you would have been like a window washer or something, and you would have had a squeegee, and you would have showed up on the scene with a bloody squeegee, and be like, "I've killed 48 zombies with this squeegee in the last 24 hours."
I used to be homeless, asking people to wash their windows.
You're like riding around on one of those like giant lifts that gets you up the windows. You're just going a half a mile an hour. Killing zombies.
I think it'd be funny if like every single character in The Walking Dead had to like pronounce or had to like explain what they used to do before the apocalypse.
Yeah, that was kind of like a part of one of the scenes. Like,
I know it's a part in the beginning,
but they had to.
But like, I just think it would be cool. Like, even in season 8, like every new character you meet, you're like, "Hey, what's up? My name is Jim. I used to be a janitor." "Hey, what's up? My name is Tim. I used to be a pedophile." I don't know. Like, I just like I that was a little much. But
my name's Jim, and I like gyms. I'm like, whoa, dude. It's like, hey, you can get in the back of the line to Alexandria, bro.
Like nowadays, it'd be like, "Hey, my name's Kim, and I used to be I used to be a TikTok girl."
Like, if it happened now, it'd be like, "I used to have 4 sponsors on TikTok. I had 300,000 followers." You just want to just throw an iPhone, just throwing her iPhone at a
Actually,
zombie
one of my followers is the reason why I'm here. They keep me from.
They still post on TikTok like the first day during it because the servers haven't like completely been wiped out yet. And there's just, look at this zombie killing my dad.
She still has her phone with her even though it doesn't work. It's dead.
It's dead.
She just likes it's like a fidget toy.
That really would happen, I think, in the apocalypse.
Just, like,
you'd have like Zoomers out there holding their phones. They just wear their Apple Watch. It's completely fucked up.
Oh yeah, like I am right now.
Yeah. But dude, I could not. I try to convince myself when I watch movies that I could survive those scenarios, just because I'd like to think that like I could pass my genes on, and that like they're strong, and I would not survive a minute. Do you remember that movie we watched not long ago, No Country for Old Men?
Yeah.
Dude, that would be what happens like the first day in the scene. Like, you remember when that guy goes in the gas station and he's like flipping the coin or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Remember how that guy just wasn't aware at all that he was about to die?
No. Well, he didn't die. He didn't kill him.
I mean, like, but he didn't realize that death was knocking on his door, you know?
Yeah, he didn't realize like the guy was threatening to kill him.
Right, like that would be
Yeah.
the same thing in the zombie apocalypse. It'd be like a zombie walks into a store and some NPC gas station clerk would be like, "How can I do you for, monsieur?" And he's just like, "Yeah, dude." He's like,
One Dorito.
I can't hear you. Can you come closer, please, sir?" And he's just coming closer.
Strawberry melon elf bar, please.
Zombies just like hitting elf bars like nobody's business. Dude, they're just coming out the holes in their face.
$18 on pump one.
Yeah, he leans. He's like, "I can't hear you." He like leans in, gets his face eaten immediately. It's just the zombie.
Dude, do you remember that zombie movie where like the girl falls in love with a zombie and then the zombies become humans again?
Was that a movie or a show?
That was a movie.
Oh,
I think it's called.
so. It was like a.
Dude, I don't know what it's called.
It came out like within the last 10 years.
It's gonna be right here. I don't know. Anyway,
But I
they
do know
fall
what
in
you're talking
love,
about.
and
Yeah,
then like
yeah.
eventually he turns into a zombie. He starts dreaming. He's like, "Oh, I can dream," and like the way they talk is so funny. He's just like, "Eat."
Yeah,
they
'cause
just like
he-
breathe and eat food. That's just what they do.
Isn't there a scene where she like lays his head, like lays her head on his chest,
Yeah.
and like doesn't feel a heartbeat or something, and then she's just like, "That is so hot," or something like that. Like she gets turned
I
on by the
love
fact that
dead
he
people.
has, that he like lacks like human characteristics of being alive. I don't know.
He doesn't
That
have a
blows my
heart.
mind.
Dude, that'd be crazy if zombies like. I don't know. I feel like zombies aren't gonna be a thing.
Why
Is that like considered? Is that like sci-fi? What is it? What is that called? Like a sci-fi? That's like sci-fi, right?
Yeah, that's sci-fi, dude.
Like I just like out of all the science fiction, out of all like the science fiction not characters, but you know what I mean, like things.
Like the movies and stuff that exist.
Yeah, I just mean like the actual characters, like werewolves,
Like the lore,
zombies,
like all the- yeah.
like vampires, like all those. I don't know what they're called, but anyway, yeah, like out of all of them, like I feel like zombies are the least one to be real one day. Like I believe way more in like
werewolf, like Sasquatch.
nah. I don't believe in
I can think it could be fantasy, dude. This shows our lack of knowledge, dude. I
Yeah.
don't know anything. I should.
Out of
know
all
that.
the things to be real, like I feel like a vampire would be the most real thing. Because like
Oh,
a
yeah,
vampire is
dude.
just a normal person that drinks blood. Like I can be a vampire tomorrow.
Yeah, and you could not go outside anymore.
Yeah, I can just like be a vampire. I can't just like walk around and be like.
Well, I guess the only thing you couldn't do was just not die. That would be the only thing you couldn't cosplay as a vampire.
That's true, but also like in some books, vampires do die.
Yeah. I guess it changes, like the lore changes or whatever.
It just depends on.
That's
like,
why I never got to be like big into like all the
Same.
types of fantasies,
Yeah.
you know? Like I like the classic, like, like Lord of the Rings or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
but I couldn't get into all the offshoots because there's no consistency. Like they have different rules in every single one. So
Yeah.
you're like, well, in this one, vampires hate werewolves and they fight over a teenage girl, and you're like, on this one, vampires Tom Cruise and it's cool as hell, and they also fight over like a even younger girl. It's like, what is going on, dude? Like I
for
just don't
some
get
reason,
it.
vampires like fighting over girls.
They do, man.
They
Like,
just love it.
I'm like, y'all know that men have blood to drink. Like, y'all don't have to get into like this huge romantic battle just to eat a meal. Like,
That's true,
you can just go to like the street and grab a dude and just. Get
I
a
just
snack.
realized like that zombie movie where the girl falls in love with a vampire. That is, or was the zombie? That is basically a vampire movie. Like they were
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, let's just take every vampire movie.
This is what I was talking about. I don't like the.
Let's just make they were just like, let's just make every vampire movie and switch out vampires for zombies.
for zombies. And
'Cause-
let's make
and-
the zombies
and, like, someone was like,
attractive. Like,
That's
what?
never been done before.
Yeah.
He comes back to life.
Dude, I can't stand it, dude. I tried to watch the Twilight series. I saw the first movie like in high
Yeah.
school, and then people invited me to. I was like, I can't do it. I can't see the second one because I'm not gonna risk actually getting into the series. That was my biggest fear. It was like, what if I watch the second one and it's fire,
Yeah.
and then now I have to watch the 8 other ones.
I won't lie. I've watched all of them.
Are
before.
they
like
like
back
are they
to back?
better? Like are they? Does it
Oh,
get better
yeah.
or does it? Oh, bro, now that I have no now that I have like no ego,
Dude,
like high school
watch it.
ego,
It's a
I'm about
good
to watch
movie.
this, bro.
I mean, like,
let's go.
also, I'm pretty like I think anything's a good movie. Like, if it's entertaining to me, then it's a good movie.
Oh yeah, like
So
you're
does
not
it-
like analyzing it.
Yeah,
from,
like I mean, like I do analyze movies, but also like sometimes I take the approach of just like sitting back and being like, okay, I'm just gonna pretend like I am the audience this was intended for.
right, like you're just gonna enjoy it. You're just gonna
Yeah.
watch it for what it is, and not.
Is it the
try and
most
do that.
well written movie? No. Do they have the best cinematography or whatever? No. Like, but is it entertaining? Is it a good storyline? Sure. Yeah. Like, it's a good movie.
Yeah, I have a hard time picking out like I have a hard time watching a movie and being like, oh, I don't like that angle. Like, but I do have a really easy time being like, I hated that conversation just then in that scene. Like, I can't stand it when that happens.
Yeah.
When like one of the most pivotal scenes for a plot driving moment like happens, and it sounds like it was written by like a 4-year-old. That's what I can't stand.
That's
dude.
actually funny because
hate
like
that.
I'm better at the videography of it.
Yeah.
I'd be
Like discerning like what you like and what you don't. And stuff
Yeah,
like that.
just like some things I'm just like, oh, that looks weird, or they could have done something better. I don't know. But anyway, we've been talking about this for a while.
Oh yeah, dude, yeah. Bro, have you been outside yet?
Speaking of outside,
Dude.
dude, it's
Is
hot.
this premiere podcast content? It's fucking hot. Dude, yeah.
Did you know
It's
that
hot.
it is hot, bro? Apparently, it's the hottest month ever.
Like, for real ever? Like, all
Like-
4 billion years of Earth, or like in the last 100 years that we've been keeping track?
Since we've been keeping, bro, what?
I don't know. They don't. That's why I don't trust them, dude. They say it's the hottest ever. I'm
Well,
like,
relative to the fact since
that
we've
we're
been keeping track,
humans.
yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's the hottest. It's the hottest
Yeah.
month ever. But also, I have it on my phone, which is recording this.
Has anybody
so-
died like from the heat? Like just died from the heat?
I mean, probably people die from the heat every summer, I assume.
Right, but usually they're doing real hard stuff in the heat. Like, has anybody just died from like, walking from a cafe to like their next location somewhere yet?
Probably not.
Probably not. Not the hottest ever, dude.
It's still the hottest ever.
All right,
dumbass.
yeah, dude. I'm like trying to give it new qualifier.
No, but
No.
like I was gonna laugh at like the article that I read that said it had a whole graph right here.
It's a graph man right here, dude.
Dude, this is a graph. Anyway, bro, like they had a whole graph and it was just like ever since like 1942, I think, and it showed like it gradually getting higher and higher and higher, and it was like a big like this.
And it was like today.
Yeah.
And it was at the very end,
It
at the
was very
top.
today, and like it was just like, but apparently that global average is only like 30 or 62 point something degrees.
Fahrenheit?
Yeah, bro.
Like, that's not even hot, dude.
I
What are
know.
they talking about?
It's still
It
the
is
hottest
funny, dude.
compared to all the
Yeah,
other
it is.
ones.
Yeah,
but
it
I was
is.
like, shoot, I wish it was a crisp 62 outside,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, that's why, like, when they say things like that, where it's like, oh, like it's a statement that is factually true. It just doesn't have like a lot of relevance to
Yeah.
like every day, or you could say, I don't know, it's like if we lived on, or they recorded on some other planet that was Neptune
Bro,
or something.
I just think,
it's the
like,
hottest day on Neptune.
if you're gonna, I mean, it's still. I like how you're like just making fun of the fact that it's not. You just don't think it's very hot.
No, it is
it
the hottest
doesn't change
day.
the fact that it's the hottest month ever.
It's the hottest month ever, but it's like recorded because it's like, well, this month it was 62.1 global average degrees Fahrenheit, and in the last hottest month was 62.0, and it was just like
It's still the hottest. ever.
it's the hottest. But the way I know that is because I live in South Carolina and I
Exactly.
went outside.
Bro.
Dude. I don't need those numbers at all.
The way
dude.
I know that is because I wore a waterproof shirt to work the other day,
Yeah, dude.
and it did not work.
It should be illegal for me to not wear a waterproof shirt, dude, in the summertime, man. I'll offend people, dude, just by walking in a place these days.
No, but what I was gonna say about this article real fast is like I just think it's so funny. Like if you're gonna write an article that's like a scientific article that's gonna go to like people who don't know anything about science,
Mm-hmm.
like you should just not put the real thing on there. You should just pretend like it's worse. And
Yeah.
that's what news does anyway.
You gotta think like a career sometimes.
Now that I think about it, news just do that. But anyway,
Yeah, it kind of does, dude.
But like they were just like the global average is 62, and my immediate thought was like that's not hot. Like I wish
Yes, dude.
I wish it was
Yes, dude.
62. And they were like we're going into a global like oven or something. I was like, it's 62 degrees. I can't even bake bread in that like temperature.
Can't
Like,
bake
I was
bread.
like, what the heck?
Yeah, you ask one of those guys, and it's like, well, dude, you know what the average is? It's like Antarctica's negative, and in like Africa, it's like 200, and we just put it in the middle. And I'm like, I don't live in either of those. I've never been to either one.
It's 200
How is
degrees
that?
in Africa.
I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. It's probably not that hot. That's
Dude,
like
I just
almost
like
boiling.
I didn't hear a single thing you said until you
After
said it.
that.
You were just like blah 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 200 degrees in Africa, and I was like, huh?
It's probably like 200 degrees angled away from where we
Angle-
are.
yeah, it's like-
yeah. It's like
So
what I'm
if
talking
the,
about.
if the graph is like this,
Like
this is-
200 degrees in a circle.
so
boom.
basically Africa is the reason.
Or probably the Middle East, dude. It's hot desert right there, dude. Or Australia. You combine
It's
all
probably
those,
just all Austin.
like Austin, New Mexico, Africa, Saudi Arabia, Australia. Bam. That's where we get the hot from.
Nuke 'em.
And then they're like, let's nuke the hot places, dude. It's like, we could just make more cold places. What if we just took Antarctica, right? Because,
Yeah,
dude, think about this. Antarctica's huge, right?
sure.
It's one of the
I've
biggest
never-
continents, dude.
I've never seen it, bro.
Well, look at a map one of these days. For your,
Maps
your own
aren't
life,
real.
dude. That is also true, dude. Wait, how do I even know that half the world exists? Like, I've been to Europe one
changed
time, but I
maps.
can't
Did you
prove
know
it.
that?
Yes.
They changed
change
the
'em.
maps.
Dude, yeah,
They're
Africa's
just-
huge.
Yeah,
And they make it look like an island.
they make
Like,
it look so small.
They make it look like that. You put Madagascar next to Africa, and you're like, which one is which? Like on a map, dude.
Bro,
And
you
they-
put like Manhattan next to Africa, and they're the same.
They're the same. It's like one of those videos where it's like, what would happen if a nuclear bomb hit Africa? And it would be like, it
Bro,
would
you
take
just put
up
like
4
Dreher
Africans.
Island next to Africa, and it's the
It's like
same.
we're getting a little too much from where we live.
That's for that's a local reference.
A local reference, dude. Yeah, but dude, what was I about to say? Oh,
What?
yeah. We take, bro. Hear me
What's
out,
up?
dude.
Okay.
Because it's so hot, we take Antarctica. It's huge.
And
It's
we move it
cold,
somewhere
and
else.
we break it up and we move it around, dude. And then that way it cools everything else down.
What do you mean break it up? It's not all ice. You know that, right?
Yeah, but it's land and ice. So you break up the land and ice, and you keep the ice on top of the land that you want, and you move it.
You know,
Give me some of that Antarctica, bro. Pull it up to the coast.
I
Let
did
me
some
get some of
research
that
on
sea
Antarctica
breeze.
recently.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
you
wasn't.
can't go there. I don't
I
think.
wasn't gonna bring this up recently, but like,
We got.
or I
some,
wasn't gonna bring it up on this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
But here we are.
Here we
I
are.
want to go to Antarctica.
I'll go with you.
The main reason is because apparently you're not allowed to go there,
That's what they say.
and that doesn't make any sense to me. Why can't you go to Antarctica?
One of the entire continents is just off limits. Unless you're really good at math or science, and then they're like,
Also, if we can go to the moon, why can't we just like colonize our Antarctica?
it's because we went to the moon and they were like, they ain't shit here, dude. And then they left. It's like, there's nothing cool on the moon. It's just rock.
Oh, not the moon. I
Oh.
mean like Mars. If we can go to Mars and colonize it, like why
Why
is that
not
such a big
Antarctica?
goal? Can't we just like colonize all of Earth first? I feel like we're just doing like
This could get us down a bit of a trail, but that's because maybe there's stuff to offer. Like maybe that. No, what I'm trying to say is maybe there's a lot of
there's
value.
stuff to offer.
Maybe,
what does that mean?
maybe there's a lot of valuable things at the place they don't want us to go. So that all the
Antarctica?
value, yeah,
Or Mars.
the Antarctica. And then they're like, oh, there's nothing on Mars.
See-
so let's trick the whole public into thinking, oh, half of them are going to live there in 100 years. Like that way it's
Nah,
cool,
bro.
and they don't think about Antarctica. They think about Mars. And meanwhile, Antarctica is just full with like extremely hot Antarctican women. Like just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, dude, like these are Eskimos, bro. Like these no, like
Isn't
but-
Antarctica
like,
on a
ice shelf or something?
I want to say a mountain. No, a volcano. Isn't it a volcano?
There probably is one there.
Or was
I
it
don't
like
know. There's a huge mountain there somewhere.
okay, it's a mountain.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's as tall as Mount Everest,
No.
but my thing is also like I don't think anybody's been to the top of that one, so it's kind of like how would they know that? And they're like, well, you're not allowed to go down there, but oh, well, the military flies planes over it and they measured it. Well, they could lie to me. I don't know. Like
That's like how do they know how hot it is if they haven't been everywhere?
that's what I've been trying to say, dude. Like we went that back to hot. Yeah,
Bro, how do
that-
they know?
Dude, I had watched a 40-minute YouTube video like in college about flat Earth, and some people say that Antarctica is
It's flat.
well, yeah, it is flat. It's pretty flat. It's like 2 levels.
It's like
of
a
flat.
donut. You ever heard of Donut Earth?
Yeah, or it's like it's just
a hole.
Antarctica is just around.
Are you allowed
the
to go to
Earth.
the North Pole?
Probably, I think so, dude. No, Santa has a pretty tight security system, dude.
Yeah, you
I
know-
don't know, man.
You
Dude.
know, old Saint Nick, he's
Dude.
got it locked.
After the internet came out, Santa got that Rogan money. He got that Rogan money and hired like a bunch of Navy SEALs.
Bro,
up
there's
there,
a guy
dude.
on TikTok
bunch
that
of
just
Navy
like
walruses up there, dude.
there's a guy on TikTok and all he does is dress up like Santa Claus and just like sits in a very Christmassy looking room and plays Christmas music and just sits there. He
And that's
doesn't-
it.
He doesn't do anything. He's just there.
And now he makes $78,000
and
a
he just
month.
like drinks coffee or whatever,
God, dude.
and he's just like in the most Christmas looking room you've ever seen. And I was like, man, I wish I looked like Santa Claus. I could have done that.
Why can't we think of something so dumb but so good? Like, why can't? I don't know, dude. This is where I think.
I mean,
like,
I think that's what we're trying to do right now.
Yes, it is. It is. But that was a good idea, dude. Like,
Yeah.
no, but if you had walked up to me one day and you were like, "Hey, one of us should dress up as Santa, the other one film it. We just play some Christmas music. It'll be like a chill kind of weird vibe. It'll be funny." I would literally be like, "That is so dumb, bro." I would not entertain it. And so that's our closed-mindedness, dude. That's holding us back.
I'm so close-minded.
Our pod could turn into anything. Could turn into a dude. Our cat came in. What up, Murph? We got-
Our cat.
yeah, I said the cat. I think.
What's up?
Yeah, dude, I like that cat.
He's probably gonna come in the frame in a minute or two.
Hey, if it happens,
Oh wait,
it
he's
happens,
already in the
dude.
frame.
It is what it is.
That's cool
Say
to
what's
know.
up to Murph.
Anyway,
Yeah.
bro, what else we got going on, dude? Have you seen the Barbie movie?
No, but I've seen You saw Barbie, right?
No.
No. Oh,
Have you
okay.
seen it?
No. I wish I had.
Have you seen any Barbie memes recently?
Oh yeah, dude. I've been thinking about them. As much as I've not seen it at all, I have been thinking about
This
it.
freaking cat. Get out of the frame,
Dude,
Murph.
Get out, Murph.
Jeez. Anyway,
Chill.
ignore the
Oh,
cat.
dude, the Barbie. I've just been hearing that. I've been hearing that like basically like the Kens take over or whatever, and then I like read up
Wait,
on the
the
plot.
Kens?
Like apparently the whole movie was like it's supposed to be kind of like this feminist ideology type of thing. Like right, it was supposed to be something like that because the whole part of it was like Barbies are in power in Barbie land. Then they go to the real world. They realize that they're not in power and they're actually like kind of cool with it. And they're like, oh, Barbie's like, I can find who I really am. Like, I can find, you know. And then Ken and all the other Kens and stuff in Barbie world, like they like quit.
Why do you keep on saying all the Kens?
Well,
Are-
there's
like
all
is
these other
every
people,
male
I think.
in Barbie land, are they all named Ken?
I don't think so. They're not.
That'd be
They're
funny.
not. I just don't know their names. 'Cause I haven't seen the movie. I'm just calling them Kens. 'Cause
Kens.
It's like
Okay.
yeah, but like the Kens, they're all like huge simps in the Barbie land. Like, and in Barbie land, nobody has genitals, so like they don't
Yeah.
have any like sexual drive. They don't know why they want attention from the
Yeah.
Barbies, and they just give it. But they just whatever. And then they get into the real world and they're like, oh my god, dude, like people love me and respect. Oh, I saw like somebody talking about how the first thing that somebody asked Ken when he gets to the real world is what time is it. And nobody had ever asked him that, like, because nobody had respected him enough to care,
Yeah.
and he felt like a god king, like, whenever that happened, dude. And so basically, they take over, and they're like, "Oh, real life is actually much better, and not like some artificial land." And then they were like, "Let's go take these ideas back to Barbie Land." And then they go back to Barbie Land, and then I heard at the very end they were just like, "Nah, we're going back." And then
yeah.
it was like, what, dude? It was like,
Dude,
and
that's
so-
like when you're like 3 months deep into being sober, and then you're just like, "Oh,
can't do
this
this
is so great. Let me just bring this back to my non-sober friends." And then they
ruin
just
it
suck
again.
you right back in.
dude. But
And
that's
you're just like, "Oh, I have this 3-month chip." And you just throw it in the garbage because you're like, "Man, I just love Barbie world so much. I'm just a Barbie girl."
I'm just living. Yeah, dude.
Living in a Barbie world, bro.
I tried doing a joke about the Barbie movie this last week,
Yeah.
and I hadn't seen the movie, and I got like called out for it because they could tell that I hadn't seen it based on my joke. I was gonna go see the Barbie movie, and then I realized that I can't ever see another Margot Robbie movie after Once Upon a Time unless half the movie is just her feet the whole time. Like I was like, I'm too committed to that part of
Oh my
like
God.
her as an actress now. And then somebody like interrupted me. It was like, that is the movie. And
Dude,
they were like,
apparently
it's all
someone-
feet. And I was like, I'm leaving now. I was like, I'm about to get off stage, dude. Like,
Dude, the whole movie is feet.
Yeah.
It's just Margot's feet.
Yeah,
boy.
that's what they told me, and I was like, "Wow."
She just
like,
dude. Barbie doesn't wear shoes, bro.
I didn't
You
think
didn't know
about that. But you could dress them up, so I just thought they were like, "Oh, they'll probably dress up the dolls for the movie. They'll probably
Yeah.
dress up the actors for the movie."
Nah, bro.
Like, nah, dude.
No
you walk,
nip, no
you
shoes,
walk
bro.
out. It's just Ryan Gosling and Margot's feet, like 4 feet in the frame. That would be
That'd be
hilarious
really
if they
funny.
opened it up that
Dude,
way.
there's someone tweeted and went viral the other day that like Margot or whatever
Yeah.
is like is mid.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And like that went
Oh,
viral.
dude,
And,
I
like it
saw
was like
that,
all these
man.
people like agreeing, and then all these people be like, "She is so hot."
Yeah, and it's also
was
kind of
like,
like, why does
what?
it have to be one or the like? Yeah, let's just take every hot actress that just isn't the hottest woman in the world, and then some guy's gonna be like, yeah, she's mid.
Yeah.
Like, it's always gonna be the case.
I mean,
you know?
I think she's attractive. Is she like the
Yeah.
hottest woman in the world?
No,
No.
it's
Does-
the same thing, dude. Do you? That's why
Does she
people are-
deserve to be Barbie though?
I think so,
That's
man.
the real
Like,
question.
I mean, who else is gonna be Barbie?
Dude, I don't know. Not me.
I mean, they could have gone like,
My mom.
yeah, and I heard that. Oh,
My mom could have been Barbie.
dude, you just have a 5'5" middle-aged Latino woman
Yeah.
that's Barbie. If your mom was Barbie, dude, Ken would have had 17,000 flip-flops thrown at him over the course of his whole life. Ken's face would be dented on the side from an old Navy.
Dude, my
flip-flop.
mom would have been a great Barbie, bro. She'd been like, "Hola, ¿cómo estás?" Did you know like, my mom has like 30,000 TikTok followers?
Yes, dude. Yeah, when your mom came down for your graduation a few years ago,
Yeah.
I like looked at her TikTok, and at that point, she had like 18,000.
Yeah.
I think it was all because she was like selling some some weight loss drink or something.
Dude, my
Like,
mom-
it
what are
was
they called?
Selling, dude.
What is it called? Like multi-level marketing
Yeah.
companies? Dude, my mom has been in
It was like keto drinks or something.
my mom
dude.
has been in so many scams. Like when I was a kid, she would sell Tupperware, bro. And
She'd go house to house selling it and stuff.
nah,
dude?
she would
Or
just have
sell it
Tupperware
at-
parties, bro.
Oh, bro, that's even smarter. Get
You
them to
like
come to
you got a bunch of friends over, you you feed them some dinner, and then you talk about Tupperware. Bro, I remember she would talk, and like all we had around the house was like Tupperware cups, Tupperware, like everything.
You can actually make a killing doing that because if you know how to get to people in the right way, you could just bring all like your closest 25 friends and be like, if you value our friendship, if you love me, you'll
Love
buy.
me.
You'll buy. Plus, now you know it works. And once you show them it works, you can't. Your friends and family can't say no, or else
Dude, I
they're
think
insulting you. That's
The
how
other
it works.
day, I
dude.
just thought to myself, like, wait, multi-level marketing companies aren't illegal,
no.
and the people that get the most rich are the people on the very tippy top.
Yeah.
And I was like, that means I can start a multi-level. Like, you know, like if
Yeah.
I were to start one, I'm not doing anything illegal.
Multi-level marketing is just the idea of a cult, but with like a shot of capitalism in it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They were like, they just had cults, and then after the Industrial Revolution, they were like,
I
how
don't
do we
think
keep
mine will
these
be
around?
mine won't be a cult though. I don't think they're all very cultish. Some of them are.
Some
but
of
not
them
all.
are.
Not all of them. Some of them are way more cultish than
Some of them
others.
are centered around like you starting to buy a product that are like, you can't survive without this type of thing.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, that kind of sounds fun to do for a couple of years and like just get
Dude, I
into
would start
essential
one in a
oils really
heartbeat,
good. I did that almost. I almost got sucked into essential oils world.
You were
dude.
trying to sell essential oils?
Not sell them, but like I almost got like victim. I almost became a victim of like buying them, like thinking like, oh, like I need these like more than any. Like I need like instead of getting medicine when
I
I'm
like how
sick.
you're like, instead of like, I almost bought some, you're like, I was a victim.
Yeah, I was, dude. I was a victim of my friend's wife. Who was really good at convincing
She
people to
got
sell
me,
them.
bro. She got
Yeah.
me.
And
Bro,
they-
do you think
they
you can
were
sell?
worked.
Do you think you can sell essential oils?
Oh, bro, I could sling essential oils,
Dude,
dude.
sell
Just-
me some essential oils right now.
Dude, I wouldn't even have to. I would just drive around Columbia in a Chrysler 300. Dude,
Dude,
and I would
sell
just
it to me
you
right now. I want to hear your pitch.
All right, dude. Have you ever been sleeping at night, right, in a dark room?
Bro, I don't
Wait,
even
just
know who
let me.
you are.
No,
I don't
all right,
even know
all
who
right.
you are.
Well, just
Or
let me.
is this
This is a quick pitch. Imagine you're sleeping in a dark room at night.
No,
and then
I'm
you
a stranger
need-
on the sheet.
Oh,
Come
okay,
on,
okay,
come
okay,
on.
okay.
Or
I
you're
didn't
giving
hear
me
that
a
part.
call.
I thought
You're
you
giving me a
said me.
call.
I thought you
You're
said
giving me
me.
a call.
Giving you a call.
Yeah, what's up? You're knocking on my door. Actually,
Hey, sir. Have you ever heard of essential oils?
no,
Do you want to not die tomorrow?
no.
Well, let me tell you about peppermint oil. Okay, the healing powers of peppermint oil is that it can actually
Healing power.
the healing powers. If you rub this on your neck
Is that
twice,
sorcery?
No, the healing powers of it come from God.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're in the South. They come from God. Did you know that Jesus actually used essential oils? Here's a pamphlet I'm reading from.
Myrrh.
This was said to me at a meeting in college.
Jesus used essential
I was
oil?
handed a pamphlet that said Jesus used essential oils.
Bro, you got me with that one.
Yeah,
You got me
he
with
used
that
them.
one.
Yeah. What do you think?
When?
What do you think
How?
What do you think the lady anointed his feet with, dude? Essential
Essential
oils.
oils.
So if I called an 80-year-old woman, dude, I'd be like, yeah, Jesus, the person who anointed Jesus' feet was with essential oils.
I'm confused about essential oils because I don't know what makes an oil essential, you know?
Well, it's just the ones that
Like the-
aren't secondary, you know.
Huh?
I'm just being dumb, bro. I'm just being dumb, dude. They're just the essential ones, just the ones
Yeah.
you need, not the ones you want.
Hey,
That's
we're
why.
gonna- We're going to take a pause. All right. And continue. My phone stopped recording. Pause.
Oh, that's cool.
Restart. Cut. Boom.
Hopefully mine's still recording. That
yours
way
is
it'll be
still recording.
sweet. Oh yeah, and so, dude, I probably spent like $200 on essential oils over the course of like a year. And I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed them. They were worth my time. But after your incident, I quit using them.
My incident.
Dude, when you woke up one day at camp, like one morning we woke up and you were like, dude, I had peppermint oil fall into my eyes while I was sleeping because somebody knocked it over like off my shelf.
Yeah.
I took all my essential oils that I had and I kept them and used them. But then after I was done with them, I never bought a single one ever again.
Dude, I had peppermint oil in my little diffuser at camp, and a kid just like rammed into like my little nightstand. And I was like laying down like this, and then all of a sudden it was just like, psh, and I literally just like instantly got up and like just yelled and was like, "Get out of my way!" and like just ran outside. And then
like 2 a.m. probably.
and then I just laid underneath the spigot outside.
Oh,
and
yeah,
just
right.
Turned it on and just like I just just laid on the ground. Like I
Just
was being
eyes
anointed
under the-
by Jesus, bro.
Right? That's what they're for,
That's
dude.
what they're for.
It comes full
Sold.
circle.
I actually have peppermint oil like in that pile over there.
Oh, dude, that's what we need for. What if
what
we
we
started
do.
diffusing oil on the pod just to, just like
Just like
mixing oil?
just like right here, just like mist.
yeah, it's just
up.
coming up, dude. It's like a fog machine.
Hi, welcome to. What if we also do like a little bit of like?
A little ASMR. That's so funny, dude. We just start every episode by doing that. Bro, like, do you think been any churches who are like, hey, how much can we allocate from the budget this year to make the fog machine 100% essential oils? Like, do you think there's
Bro, that's
somebody?
potent.
You know that I know for a fact that like some lady in a church has suggested that. Like, she thought to herself, and she was like, "Oh, that's such a great idea. Like, they're so much more friendly for the environment, and like." It would probably cost the church like $100,000 more a year. I just know that there's some lady out there who wrote a proposal to somebody at a church and said that.
Dude, I feel like a big church would do that. A small church would be like, "Get out of here."
Yeah, they would be like, "We don't want to
She'd
we don't
be
want
like,
your
Jesus used this, and the pastor would be like, "Get out."
the only
now."
the only oil we put on our skin is from Chevron." Like, that would just what it would be, dude.
I put that crude oil on me.
Yeah, bro, I did see Oppenheimer though. If we want to talk about Barbieheimer, basically like the
Yeah, what
connections
about
between the two of
Oppenheimer?
them. Well, Oppenheimer was a good movie. I'm a general fan of Christopher Nolan,
Yeah.
but I want to get less into that and more into like the symbolism behind the movie a little
What's the
bit.
symbolism? I haven't seen it. so
Dude,
don't know.
I think there's a reason why they dropped them on the same day, dude. They released Barbie and Oppenheimer at the same time.
Okay.
And that's because, dude, people don't know this, but
Whenever you use that voice, I just know like whatever you're about to say is like 100% just like
not real.
you just like you were thinking at like 3 a.m, possibly under the influence, and then you fell asleep and you woke up and you were just like, that was 100% true. I have to tell Joe about it.
No, I actually
And then,
read.
and then whenever you tell me about it, you're just like, so I think there's a reason why.
Yeah,
they
I try
dropped
to
them on
make
the same
it.
day.
I try to make it sound like I'm just like I just know it. As a matter of fact,
It comes across as like this is.
I
just
read
fake.
no, but I did read an article that
Yeah,
said
what's
that like it was true that Barbie was first. They were manufactured in Japan in 1955. So 10 years after the bomb,
yeah.
they manufactured Barbies.
Okay.
And then the first place they ever sold them was in Germany, dude. So you're telling me that like we just the whole like think about Axis powers type of thing, Germany
Yeah.
and Japan. So to me, Like, I don't know. I just wish, like, I think that if we had just dropped about 50,000 Barbies on Japan, then they would have just been like, oh, we discovered anime a little sooner, bro. And then the war would have been over. They would have been like, we need to get off these islands. We need to come back and make some new books. We need to dress these dolls up.
Would it make these books and make them backwards?
Yeah, dude. Let's make them back. Hey, you know how we write backwards? Let's also read backwards. Jeez, man. Like, it's like,
Instead
what
of flipping
the
the book
heck,
this way, we're going to flip it this way.
Yeah, dude. Dude, it's not Naruto anymore. It's Barbaruto. Bro.
Barbaruto,
It's just
man.
Barbie with all the other characters.
Dude, is this like a barber who's also a bartender serving burritos?
Hey, there you go. Good wordplay there, dude. I could not do that. Dude, that was impressive, dude. Usually you would have just been like, blah, 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 blah. Dude, but I think that, like, that was a, one thing they should have done, too, in Oppenheimer that they didn't show, but they should have done this in real life when they actually, it's not a spoiler because everybody knows that they dropped a nuclear bomb in the desert here. But what they should have done is they should have...
Spoiler, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like literally history. That's not even a spoiler. It's like they had to test one before they tried it out. And so, but the test bomb, like, it would have been... I think they could have prevented all this stuff if they never wanted to drop it. If they just had one of those dudes, like, in the blast zone on accident, and they could see what happens to a human being whenever it hits them, they could have been like, dude... There's Steve's shadow. I'm going back to the name Steve. There's his shadow right there, and he gone.
Bro,
So they've been like, we can just evaporate people. Like,
bro, if I was on death row back then, I would have been like, can I die by...
Yes,
dude.
dude.
I would have been the first guy who died by on a bomb, bro.
What? I mean, the military has always done crazy stuff. That it was like, where there's no moral questioning about it. It's just like pragmatic 100%. Like, why didn't they just grab like a inmate or something and throw him in there?
They probably did.
Yeah. Honestly, dude, they probably did, man.
They were like, okay, this is a huge bomb, but we have to know if it would actually kill anybody.
Yeah. Maybe dude, that's why Cillian Murphy stares so hard at the camera for half the movie is because they took the actor and they were like, all right, we're going to blow up 4 dudes with a bomb in front of you just so you can know how it feels to be Oppenheimer.
Bro, did you see on Rogan the other day, they were talking about how like that filming is fake?
Dude, yeah, and I thought it wasn't, man. That kind of made me mad, to be honest.
I mean, I didn't have any emotions about it.
Are you talking about the movie, like the fake explosion?
No.
Oh, my bad.
I'm talking about
Sorry.
like the real.
Oh, like the bomb's fake.
The real, like, yeah, no, like the bomb's. Okay, I think the bomb is real, and I think they dropped it on America. But like, apparently, they filmed it. The filming of it was fake.
Oh, like they just filmed the test one and then they just regular bombed Japan and they were like, "Oh, we did it," kind of thing.
No.
Like,
The
Oh.
test they faked filmed the test one.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying now. Yeah. Like the.
It
Film...
was like some random smart guy on Rogan, and he was just like, "That's fake," and Rogan was like, "How do you know?" And like they showed the video, and then he was like, "So explain to me how like everything got destroyed, but not the camera." And Rogan was like,
Yeah. It's like, wasn't some smart scientist guy? It was just a dude who was like, there's still a camera.
He was like, why isn't the camera? And then like, apparently like, what's his name? Jamie like looked it up as he does.
I trust Jamie, dude. That's
and
the
like
word of God to me.
there was some explanation that they used a series of mirrors so that they can get it.
Like me pretending to know how that works.
And I don't think they mentioned it, but I was just like, wait a second, like what happened to like there? Even if it was a series of mirrors, they had to been one mirror that was the closest mirror.
Like the first one, like yeah.
And what happened to that one? Like how far
it shouldn't
away?
Exist.
How far away was that closest mirror? And if that one mirror got destroyed, then it would mess up the entire shot.
So I feel like that has to be a huge mirror.
Yeah.
Like to
and then apparently there's another thing where there's a car and then there's not a car, or there's not a car and then there is a car. I don't know.
I could see the footage being totally fake.
Oh yeah.
And a part of me is kind of like, I mean, maybe they didn't even make them. Maybe they didn't even make nuclear weapons, and they were like, okay, we're gonna like Hollywood just has enough like ability to make something look big. Like they're just you know how Star Wars was filmed like mostly non CGI, like the original ones. And I mean, it even looks better than real CGI 20 years later. And they were just miniature models. They could have just dropped like a huge smooth rock into like a little piece of water and then put it in black and white,
Yeah.
did some stuff to it, and then and then World War
Well,
II.
back then everything was in black and white.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that, dude. It's just like stating the
Like
obvious.
in the 50s, they were
as
just
if
like
it's something.
They were like, actually, no, we film everything in color. We just like black and white,
Yeah,
guys.
I
Like,
was just kind of like, make sure they put it in black and white. Make sure you do the right. But like, they carpet bombed Tokyo during the war and killed like 100,000 people,
yeah, they
which
killed
was
way more people doing that.
like the amount of people that died in Tokyo was more than the first bomb. And so in my mind, it was kind of like, dude, they could have totally not made any of it. Oppenheimer, like in the movie, also, dude, Oppenheimer is crazy. Like he's cool as he's cool. Like he's got this the way they portray the character, like the way Cillian Murphy portrays him is like very like suave and like intellectual.
Yeah.
But he just like sleeps with every like scientist's wife and stuff. And like
They
this
have
isn't
that in
from
the movie?
No.
I was gonna say,
that's,
what?
that's other stuff I read about.
I was like, are you telling me this movie is just like his day job is making the atom bomb, his night job is banging his coworkers?
Actually, kind of. Like he does have sex with like one or two other women that aren't his wife in the movie.
the heck?
But like I don't think they were scientist's wife. But I read up on stuff afterwards because I was like, this guy seemed wild. Like I wanted to read about him, and they were like, yeah, he was like he basically lived on cigarettes and martinis, dude. Like he was thin as a rail and would just do science all day long and smoke cigs and
He would
pound
just do
martinis,
science.
bro. And then like he had like a few like he was basically the movie was trying to convince you that he was like a communist, but maybe not, but he's good anyways.
Yeah.
And it's like there was a scene where they're interrogating. I'm not gonna give too spoiler alert, I guess, whatever. But they're interrogating him, and he was like,
it's been out for a week.
"That's what I'm saying."
They had enough time.
Plus, it's like, who's watching, dude?
Who's watching?
But dude, everybody,
me.
when we blow up and everyone goes back to the pilot episode
Not me,
re-release,
bro. Not me.
and it's like, yeah. So you're basically they were like, so all of your friends are communists. Former lovers of yours are communists. Like colleagues and peers of yours are communist, but you don't vibe with it. Like it's like, and he was just like, no, I'm not a communist. I just hang out with them all the time and like make love to them and like have children with them. And you're like, what, dude? Like you are a communist, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
It's like Jesus and sinners.
oh yeah, dude.
Too much? Too far?
It took me a minute to get that joke, and I was like, yeah, dude.
Too far?
No, bro, that was funny.
Too far?
I liked it. It was funny. I didn't even get it, dude. I was being dumb. I was like, my
That
brain
is
was-
like a common thing that I always like think about, because I remember when I was a kid, like when I was in like 5th grade or something, like my principal came into my classroom and like gave a whole speech about like you are who your friends are, basically.
yeah.
And for some
yeah.
reason that stuck with me throughout my whole life. And then like going to like church and they're talking about Jesus hanging out with sinners, I was just like, wait, so are you who your friends are, or you just you, bro?
Yeah.
And like,
Because we know a lot of Jesuses are like, look, they hang out with me and they get better. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
We know a lot of guys. There's people like that around
Yeah.
here, and they're like, yeah, dude, all my friends are pieces of shit, but I'm not, dude. I drag them up. You know,
Exactly.
I force them up the mountain.
I
I'm
just like-
yeah, you do, bro.
I'm just trying to think like, it's almost like one of those things where I feel like that saying is contradictory. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense because it's kind of like, you know, well, I guess too, like, I kind of, it sounds to me like more like Jesus didn't really like befriend them. He just kind of like vibe with them for a few minutes and then left. It'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna catch a meal here, catch a well there, you know?
Yeah, I guess
And then
that's
it was
true.
like, and then like the ones that, I guess I will say there's some of the, I mean, like some of the original dudes that he recruited though were like, they were like straight up like people did not like them, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, they were like Matthew, dude, quit taking all of our money on top of what we actually owe you. They were like, dude,
true.
like you're literally pocketing it in front of our faces.
Bruh.
And then he was just like, hey, you. The
You
one that
owe us
everybody in this
money.
town hates, and reasonably so. You are my boy now.
you, hey, you
Hey, you, bro.
You got the money, right?
You got the money?
Did you take an extra 10%?
Yeah. Dude, I saw this video recently of somebody opening up a giant clay pot of wine that had been aged for like 100-something years. It was from like 1910 19 something, like 1911 or 14.
It was
It's
from
just-
19 teen.
Yeah, it was like 1911.
It was
or
like
20.
teen.
It was somewhere between the 1910s. Sorry, that's the word I'm looking for. The 1910s.
19-teens, bro.
19 teens. It wasn't 10 or 11. It was just or 12. It was just 13 on.
It was the teens. Anyway,
It was the teens. And dude, and this clay pot, dude, just looked like somebody had just dumped red clay on it for years at a time. And it doesn't even have a cap on it. It's just wrapped in like all this like papyrus and shit. And
Yeah.
like they're unwrapping all the papyrus. And when you, dude, I'm telling you, I had this connection instantly when I watched the video. And when you look into the wine barrel,
Yeah.
it looked clear. It looked like water.
Yeah.
And then they took a ladle and opened it up and dipped it out, and it was immediately like wine looking. And I'm like, dude, I know what happened that day now. Dude, they totally.
Wait, but how did it work?
It could have just been a lighting trick or something that I wasn't really keen to at the time, but I don't know how. It was just because it was such a dark barrel. It's completely empty, and the room they were in was not very well lit. And
Yeah.
so when you're looking at it, like it was still enough lit to where you could see like it looked like you could see the other side of the clay pot through the liquid. And
Do you
then
think
when
it was like that dress thing where it's like to you it's red, but to me it's blue?
Yeah, I think it's that.
Yeah.
But also, I think that people 3,000 years ago could have had that same experience and just been like, "That's God, bro," you know.
On God.
On God,
On
yeah.
God, bro.
Which in my mind is the definition of a miracle, kind of. Like, you ever seen like a really cool magic trick? And it's like, there is zero way that there is any way this is possible, but you just witnessed it with your eyes. And you're like, this is a professional dude right now. Like, I've
Yeah.
seen some crazy magic tricks that I cannot explain. I've Reddited them and Googled them for years. I've talked to other professional magicians and told them the trick, and they didn't even know. And I was like, but it can't, like, not physically be possible. It's gotta,
Yeah.
you know. So part of me just thinks that like Peter and somebody like ran around to the back room like in a closet and was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, I'm gonna stick this thing in here." And she's like, "Yo, you get back, switch them out," and then.
Hey,
But
switch
in my
'em out.
mind, dude, that is a real miracle, dude. I don't even care about the like. In my mind, it's like, dude, it needed to get lit and it got lit, and so the cause and effect was the same. So in my mind, like that is,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It
I don't have
probably
time to
was.
get into the philosophy of
I'm trying to
miracles right
think of what
now.
else. Yeah. I
had
just
to
brought that
deep
up to be
dive on
funny.
it.
I don't know.
No, but it made me think. But I seriously thought that. Like, I watched that video and I was just like, my brain's turning.
My brain's turning. Bro, there was something else I was gonna bring up, but the list is on my phone, so I can't bring it up.
Oh,
But
countries. Something about
it was
best
a
countries in
list
the world.
of the best country based on like quality of life. I don't remember
I don't
the
know what it
whole.
is.
I don't remember the whole list.
Do you remember the number one?
I think
Isn't it like Nepal or something?
no.
No, dude, they're not happy at all, dude. All they got
Dude,
is
I'll
Yetis,
tell you this:
man.
all of the top 4 were in the same region,
Oh,
like area. Well,
Antarctica.
no.
Oh, dang, bro. Good guess.
Guess where America was?
Pretty low,
It was a list of like 83 countries.
like 50 something.
No, America was like 9 or 10. I think.
Look, that's got everybody here lies, dude. I was like,
Actually,
everyone here.
no, it wasn't in the top 10. I think it was in like 15. No, bro, I think we have a pretty good quality of life.
Oh yeah, quality of life. I was thinking happiness for some reason, dude. My
No,
brain-
it's not happiness. It's
I was
quality
having a
of
brain
life.
fart, dude. Yeah, quality of life. I could see it being 9.
No. It wasn't in the top 10. I think it was like 19.
19.
I think it was like in the 20s or in the teens. It was in the teens.
Yeah.
But
Denmark
number
or
1.
something?
Yeah, so Denmark was up there. I don't think it was number 1. But like the top 4 were like all of like the Norwegian countries.
Yeah, like all
all
of
of
there.
them,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Like Norway, Denmark, Finland was up there.
You think about the Viking lifestyle, dude.
Iceland was up there.
Sounds kind of like a
Iceland.
good life, bro. You think about the
Ain't
Viking
it cold
style.
though? Like
Yeah.
does it being cold doesn't affect your quality of life? I feel like it does.
Nah, dude. That when you're a
Bro, what?
Viking, bro, you got rugs.
Come
and
on.
You got bear rugs and stuff, bro. You're wearing animals all day
Yeah.
long. You get to, dude. Think about how sick it would have been to, okay, minus like the pillaging and all that.
Yeah.
Like, you just get to build boats with your homies the whole day. You get to sail on those boats. You get to kill cool animals and wear their skins.
Yeah.
And then you get like a sick warrior wife who just like builds you a hut And like, dude, and now you're rocking, bro.
Now you're rocking.
Yeah. So I don't.
Unfortunately,
I
this
believe
study
that,
was
dude.
from 2023, though. So
Yeah, but that's the blood of their
a little
ancestors,
different.
dude. They got the gene in them, and they
They
keep
got the
it.
chain. I did do a whole like assignment in college about Denmark because I had to do like an international country. I had to pick an international or a country that wasn't America.
I need to go to those countries, man. I haven't been to that part of that world, dude.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's just
I'm
a
sure it's
blast
not,
of the
like, too
past, you
cold.
know. It's probably not too cold.
How cold is it actually? Can't be that cold.
I mean, with all those people that live there, it should be all right.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's my.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
That's why I don't like the desert, man. Because nobody lives in the desert, man, and that's why I don't trust it. But people live in the tundra more than they live in the desert. You know.
Yeah.
Well, like, what if you live in the desert? Then you all live around like the one small water source you have. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
I don't think of the opposite of when I think of cold. I don't think the opposite being desert. I think the opposite.
Just arid more so than.
I just think the
desert, yeah.
opposite being like the beach.
Yeah, like just any kind of hotness, you know, like
Yeah.
any kind of because that can be like
Because like the desert is
jungle.
sure the desert is hot, so like it is like the natural opposite, but like you can't live there because there's no water. So it's like
yeah,
I'm not thinking about like the literal opposite. I'm thinking about the literal opposite that's livable. Which would be,
right, yeah.
like Puerto Rico.
Actually, yeah, dude,
like,
that makes a lot more sense.
Like
I'm changing my
island,
position.
like an island country. Like
Yeah.
I'm surprised like no island countries are like number one. Like it's warm. Like people pay thousands of dollars to go to vacation there, and you live there. Like like I just like the quality of life has to be okay.
Yeah,
like,
if you're a tourist. Yeah, then every person that lived on the
Yeah.
island for thousands of years is like, we cannot survive because everything is expensive now that white people come here on vacation. It's like, dude, that is
Yeah.
why Hawaiians, dude, don't like. I mean, Hawaiians, like, there's like this weird balance because kind of at the same time, like, if it wasn't for tourists now, then native Hawaiians wouldn't be able to have the lifestyle they have because there would be no infrastructure there.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like this like double-edged sword type of thing where you're like, yeah, maybe the Vikings are right, dude. They went and they took their boats and they built them, and then they all went to England, and then England became like, they were the boat builders, dude, and they went all over the world. They found the islands, dude. They did.
It's true.
That's probably what happened is they were like, Iceland was like their religious place, you know? And then they were like,
Yeah.
now that we own England and we're going to build boats, let's go get all the islands.
I just think like there's two ways of thinking about it. Like
Yeah.
sure.
Which one do you think you'd be
native Ho-
happier in?
What?
Like, what country do you think you'd be happiest in, like, based off that list when you looked at it?
Oh, dude, USA, bro.
Hey, yeah, bro.
I'm American
I don't know
through
why
and
I
through,
didn't
bro.
think that, dude. I guess I was,
Dude,
I was.
I'm happy with 19th place, bro. Like,
Yeah. I was sitting here thinking, like, where else could I go? And I was like, this is probably the only place I can go, dude. Like,
I ain't
I
trying
don't
to-
think I could really survive.
I'm not trying to
somewhere
leave, bro.
else, dude. Trying to
I gotta-
imagine me trying to survive by myself in another
honestly,
place.
I don't want to leave just because I don't want to deal with it. Like, I have to go to this office and get this approved.
Yeah, dude.
I gotta call these people. I gotta drive here, get a picture taken. They gotta
Dude.
scan my fingerprints. Like,
Imagine you go work at a new job at a new country you move to, and then you're just like, wait, dude, nobody here can talk to me. Like, you're
Yeah,
like,
bro.
that would be the worst part, dude. I just
dude,
could not do
I'm
it,
good. I'm good right where I am. I'm comfortable.
I'm chilling.
I'm big chill, bro. Like,
well,
I'm-
we sweating now, bro. But
Oh yeah, it is hot.
I brought it
the
back
hottest.
around. I brought it back around. You
The
saw that?
hottest, bro.
It's the hottest. It's 62 degrees. It's the hottest.
That's the hottest.
It's hot. It's
All right,
hotter
bro,
in here.
I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, bro.
All right, see you, man.
Good stuff. Later, bro.
You leave me hanging, bro.
Dude, it was such a high hang, bro. Listen to JoBodie on YouTube. Thank you for the pilot episode and tuning in. Catch you next week. JoBodie. It's another JoBodie. It's JoBodie. And another JoBodie. Another one. JoBodie. This is a new episode of JoBodie.
Oh shit, I wasn't even recording. Fuck.
I want your body. I need your body. As long as you got me, you don't need nobody.